Have you ever sat in a room lit only by candles? The dancing flames cast long shadows, and the wax melts away. There's something magical about it all. For thousands of years, candles have been much more than just a source of light in the darkness. They've been symbols of hope, peace, and even magic. Join me as we take a journey back in time and discover the fascinating history of these humble yet enchanting sources of light. Our story begins thousands of years ago in ancient Egypt, where the first recognizable form of candles were used. These so-called rushlights were made from reeds that were soaked in the fat of animals. Sure, it doesn't sound very appetizing, but for our ancestors who had tamed fire and learned to use it against the dark, this was a big deal. Imagine being gathered around a simple lamp with friends and family after a long day of working in the fields. The sun is set, and the only light comes from the flickering flames dancing above you. You tell stories, eat simple meals, and feel safe and warm. This was the gift of firelight. And though it was far from the candles we think of today, it was the beginning of a tradition that would continue for millennia. As civilizations rose and fell, candles played a part in many cultures. In ancient Rome, for example, the mighty candle was born. This wasn't your average candle. Oh no, these were grand affairs made from the finest tallow and beeswax. They burned brightly and gave off a sweet aroma as they melted away. You can find them in grand temples or attached to chariots guiding them through the night. But let's not forget the gentler side of candles. Picture yourself walking home after a long day at the market. The streets are empty, and the only light comes from the stars shining high above you. Suddenly, you hear the gentle strum of a lute and the soft murmur of voices. Looking for the source, you come across a small cottage with its windows glowing warmly, inviting you to step inside and share in the light. It's a simple gesture, but in that moment, it feels like coming home. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for these fiery friends. There were plenty of ups and downs along the way. Making candles wasn't always an easy job. For instance, during the Middle Ages, many monasteries and churches relied on beeswax candles to light their way through evening prayers and the copying of important manuscripts. For the people living in these places, candles were more than just a source of light. They were a symbol of faith and community. Imagine kneeling in a dark church, the scent of incense filling your senses as the flickering candlelight reflects in the eyes of those around you. Together you pray for guidance and peace in a world that often felt anything but. Meanwhile, in other homes, the air was thick with the smell of tallow and smoke as families huddled around their simple candles. Life in the Middle Ages wasn't easy, and these humble candles were a reminder of that. It was a time when winters were long and dark, and the only light came from fires that crackled and popped, casting dancing shadows on the walls. But even in the darkest of times, candles offered a moment of peace. Families would gather around their small flames, sharing stories and laughter as they tried to keep warm. Despite the differences between rich and poor, one thing remained constant: the power of candles to bring people together. During this time, candles became a symbol of wealth and power, often reserved for special occasions and religious ceremonies. Monasteries and churches used pure beeswax candles to illuminate their scripture and guide their prayers. In contrast, poorer homes used tallow candles, which burned less brightly and gave off a pungent odor. These candles might have lacked the elegance of their beeswax counterparts, but they provided a much-needed source of light and warmth in dark and chilly spaces. No matter where you were, whether in a grand hall or a humble cottage, candles offered a moment of tranquility and beauty. The soft glow could highlight the intricate details of a tapestry or cast long shadows that made everyday objects seem magical. It was a time when the sun dipped below the horizon and the moon and stars twinkled above. The gentle flicker of candlelight filled the gaps between darkness and day, creating a sense of wonder and peace. And then there's the quiet joy of simply lighting a candle and watching it burn. It's a simple pleasure that has endured for centuries. There is something mesmerizing about the dancing flames as they consume the wax and leave behind nothing but a pool of melted wax and a fading memory. Each flicker is a tiny masterpiece, a fleeting moment of beauty that captures our attention and soothes our souls. The warmth from the candle radiates outwards, chasing away the chill of the night and filling the room with a comforting glow. It's a beacon in the darkness, guiding us through the shadows and reminding us that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. And let's not forget the power of candles to transform ordinary spaces into something truly magical. Imagine walking into a room adorned with flickering candlelight. The soft glow illuminates the details you've never noticed before, highlighting the textures and colors that make the space feel alive. Whether it's the intricate patterns on a tapestry or the weathered surface of an old book, everything seems to shimmer with a new beauty under the candle's embrace. Candles have a unique ability to transport us to another time and place. When we light them up, we're connecting ourselves to a rich history that stretches back thousands of years. We become part of a lineage of candle lovers who have appreciated their gentle glow and flickering flames for all these years. You're done. It's a humbling experience that reminds us of the enduring power of simple things. And if you want to know what life was really like in medieval times, don't miss this video. I promise it will be worth your while. In the medieval era, candles took on a new meaning. It became a symbol of peace and ritual, lighting up festivals, ceremonies, and even religious holidays like Candlemas, celebrated in Christian churches. During this time, the humble candle became an essential part of daily life. People used them for everything from praying to reading to heating small areas. The soft glow allowed people to carry on activities in the dark, turning ordinary tasks into moments of tranquility. Picture yourself sitting in a dimly lit room, the wind howling outside, but inside, everything is still and peaceful. You hold a small candle aloft, its flame dancing in the stillness. It's not just a source of light, it's a beacon of hope in a world that can often feel scary and unpredictable. The candle reminds you of the beauty that can be found in the smallest of things and gives you the strength to face whatever challenges may come your way. But it wasn't just the light that candles provided that made them so special. The process of making them was also a significant part of medieval life. Meet the medieval chandler, responsible for producing and selling candles. Their tools were simple, yet their work was essential to providing light for people's homes and businesses. The chandlers worked long and tiring hours, carefully measuring out wax and twisting and molding candles by hand. It was a gentle, repetitive work that required patience and precision. The air was often thick with the scent of melting wax, and the soft glow of candlelight filtered through dusty windows, casting long shadows on the walls. Despite the hard work, there was something satisfying about the process. Each candle was a small victory, a testament to the chandler's skill and dedication. And when they placed their finished product in the window to dry, they knew they were bringing light into the world, quite literally. The soft glow of their candles would attract customers from down the street, eager to purchase their wares and add a touch of warmth to their own homes. Now let's fast forward from the quiet medieval streets to our modern day. What do candles mean to us now? In today's world, candles still hold a special place in our hearts. Even with all the technological advancements we've made, there's something comforting about lighting a candle that continues to captivate us. Whether we're looking to unwind after a long day or create a cozy atmosphere for friends and family, candles offer a timeless solution. They allow us to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of daily life and focus on the simple pleasures in life. The gentle flicker of a candle flame has a calming effect on our minds, helping us to relax and distress. It's as if the flame itself sucks away our worries and replaces them with a sense of tranquility. And then there's the power of scent. Many candles are infused with delightful fragrances that fill our surroundings with warmth and familiarity. The aroma of freshly baked goods or the crispness of a winter morning can instantly transport us to happy places and create lasting memories. But candles aren't just a source of comfort and relaxation. They also play a significant role in our rituals and celebrations. From romantic dinners for two to holiday gatherings with loved ones, candles create a festive atmosphere that enhances our experiences. The soft glow and inviting fragrance set the stage for meaningful conversations and create a sense of occasion. As we look back on the history of candles, we realize that these humble sources of light have been with us for most of our existence. From the earliest Egyptians using rushlights to the medieval monks tending to their beeswax candles, candles have illuminated our path through darkness and guided our rituals and celebrations. They've witnessed countless moments in human history, from the greatest feasts to the quietest prayers. And so as you sit in a room bathed in the soft glow of candlelight, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and cultural significance of these timeless sources of illumination. Let their flickering flames remind you of the countless hands that have molded and crafted them over the years. And as you blow out the candles, make a wish and send a silent thank you to the ancient Egyptians who first discovered the power of harnessing fire to chase away the dark. With that, my friends, we've come to the end of our illuminating journey through the history of candles. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Your support means the world to me. Now pick up a candle, light it up, and lose yourself in the quiet joy of the moment. Until next time, stay curious and keep an eye out for those magical moments that light up your life.